Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkle, and it is just me today, again, at least for this video, because Neon is still unwell. He did make an appearance last night for a video about WotC because, you know, he really likes to talk about that kind of stuff, but he is still not good, and he is getting checked out today over it. So you're getting just me for this, and we're going to talk about the issue with Blade. So apparently a bunch of things happened today involving new movies being added to the slate and moving stuff around. And one of the things that got moved was Blade, which is supposed to finally come out next year, even though it's been announced for how long now, and they keep making excuses. Well, now it's not there. It's been replaced by Predator Badlands, and no one knows where the hell this movie is, which is probably a blessing in disguise, because for some reason they cannot get this right, and it really isn't that hard. So before we get into any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo. Woohoo. Also, I have to make sure I mention this to you because I keep forgetting to, and Neon's been saying about it. So if you want to support the channel, one thing you can do is go out to Clownfish Minus. Clownfish Minus is a membership opportunity, I guess. You get a discount if your first month, and you get things on there that you might not get other places. I know one of the things he does is podcasts. Now, he couldn't do the podcast last week, obviously, so I did the podcast, and it's going to be on the Halloween in the 80s and some of the things that we had done back then. You can get that if you subscribe. Also, anybody can buy the products and merchandise, but if you are a member, you get a discount. So I've got to make sure I mention that because I keep forgetting to do it. So you can go out to clownfish-.com and sign up for this. But back to the important thing, which is Blade. So yeah, so everybody's talking about this. So they moved around their slate. They put I think 3 more movies that are Marvel ones for 2028 on it. So much for not trying to, go too many a year. And one of the things that changed, it could be a 2028 or 2026 slate with an unnamed movie, is Blade. So they were going to do the reboot of the Wesley Snipes movies, which everybody thought was a bad idea. And they announced it in 2019. So 5 years ago, it was announced. It was going to be out a little bit over 6 years later, and it's still not coming out because it has had nothing but issues for so many reasons. It was going to have that, I don't know how to say his name, Mahershala Ali was going to be in it. I don't know if he still is. They said it hit unavoidable delays with global pandemic and dual industry strikes. Bullshit. No. You could have got away with the pandemic thing 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's been years, okay? You're not going to be able to use that excuse now. And the strikes last year, this thing was announced in 2019. It was supposed to be out before those strikes. So, bullshit. That is not what's going on. I'm sure COVID delayed it, but the dual industry strikes, no. It should have been out before that happened. But it got pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Now it's supposed to be out in the end of next year. It's not even coming out then. That's more than a year away. It's off the slate. What the hell is going on with this movie? Here's an idea. You could have just got Wesley Snipes and made an actual damn Blade movie. They made jokes about it in Deadpool and Wolverine. You could have just did that. People would have come for that. They would have gone to see it. It probably would have been done by now. And then there was rumors they were going to make it about his daughter and it was going to be female-led and all this other shit. And people were like, no, it's Blade. And they did this to themselves. And they said they saw 2 directors exit. What's that tell you? First was this Bassam Tariq who was eyed last fall. He was eyeing a fall 2022 start. And that Yann Demange, because here you guys get these people that are you're not white because DEI stuff. Mia Goth was set to play Lilith, the vampire slayer. And then they had different actors that were going they're doing this delays. So they had 2 different directors who were supposed to start and didn't, or just weren't there very long. Then it was going to be about Lilith. And then they're talking about Marvel really does, they care. They really do care. They want to make a great movie. I think that's the problem. They're trying too hard. And okay, not to be a bitch, but is it because the lead's black? Is that what the whole problem is? Because you're so afraid you're going to offend somebody that that your DEI stuff is coming off the rails or something because you're being dumb. Blade was huge. You don't need to worry about it. You make a good Blade movie, you put Wesley Snipes in it, and people will come. It doesn't matter about the other stuff. Because I don't understand why you're so hung up on this one movie. That's really not hard to get right. If you give you Wesley Snipes and you make a good movie, it's a win. You're so damn hung up on it. If nothing else teaches you that Deadpool and Wolverine did, You're so hung up and you aren't moving forward. And the only thing I could think of is because you're like, so we're trying to get it right. We're trying to get it right. And that sounds to me like we're trying to get the right DEI mix. Don't worry about that. Everybody knows Blade is black. No problem. You don't have to worry about audiences will come. You do a good Blade movie, you get Wesley Snipes, audiences will show up. It is money in the bank, but you guys keep shooting yourselves in the foot. Because when Blade was out, people weren't batshit like they are now. People actually didn't care. They're like, oh my God, did you see the new Blade movie? Did you see the Wesley Snipes movie? Oh, hot damn, Wesley Snipes is in this and he's in that. Nobody cared. Nobody said, I can't watch that because I am not black. Or, oh my God, I'm not going to go to it because it's a black lead. No, because back then, contrary to what the media and these idiots who weren't alive then tell you, it was a non-issue. Actually, people went because of that. It's not hard. So the only takeaway I have on this is why it keeps being so hard is because interference from some idiot trying to like push stupidity is likely what's going on. Because there's no reason for it. Out here, like, there was a whole thing about it on, it went out, looked on Reddit. They're talking about different things that people were saying about it. They're saying Marvel execs were reportedly fired. Here's one. Marvel exec was reportedly fired because he didn't sound the alarm on the film's abysmal... Marvel exec behind Blade reportedly fired because he didn't sound the alarm on the film's abysmal direction a year ago. You didn't figure it out when it was taking that long that this film had an abysmal direction? It really, this one here, it shouldn't be that hard. It can be done in a few short steps. Make Blade the central character of the Blade movie. Have Blade hunting and killing vampires. Repeat steps 1 and 2 until clear. Some motherfucker is always trying to ice skate uphill. Yes, thank you. It's really not hard. Because there was rumors that it was going to be Blade's daughter and all this other crap. So, you know, it was like, why? Why would you make a Blade movie to reboot it and make it about Blade's daughter? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, it makes sense if you're looking at it from with 3 certain letters. It's like, just make a good movie. You're making this so much harder than it has to be. Here, this was May. Blade's MCU delays and production issues explained. Oh, this is going to be good. Let me guess. It's because of the pandemic and because of the strikes. So they're saying Marvel Studios has adapted many characters from the comics, no matter how minor or strange. Ha ha ha, Doctor Strange. But they're going on about how they have problems with Blade. And they said the movie's delays have been cited as due to a number of issues behind the scenes, including changes to the script, which is supposedly about his daughter, a director change. There's been a couple director changes. What makes this frustrating for many fans is Blade was the first Marvel hero to get a successful live-action movie in 1998. Yes! It was funny to me because they kept saying, oh, the Black Panther, finally we get a black superhero movie. And we're all sitting there like, what? Have you seen Blade? What the hell? They did 3 of them. They said, how hard is it to make Blade movie? Well, Blade on the surface might seem like an easy character to bring to the big screen. There are a lot of factors. Now, no, there are not a lot of factors. There's a lot of interference and a lot of dumbassery at Marvel. It's not hard. It really isn't hard. The biggest factor is beyond control. It's because of the pandemic. Now, it was announced in 2019, but it would have been summer of 2019. We had the pandemic a few months later. It was in development then. You're writing scripts. You don't need to be in the office for that. A lot of stuff was being written at home. Bullshit. People went back to work like 2021. So bullshit. The strikes didn't happen until 2023. Bullshit. You're full of shit. You've had years to work on this. You're full of shit. Yeah, here, SAG after WGA. No. I'm not buying it. Sorry. I'm not buying it. Whatever excuses they're going to try to get, the MCU needs to grapple with the storyline that Blade, Trinity ignored, and all this other stuff. And mostly because people want Wesley Snipes. That's what they want. They want Wesley Snipes. They don't want another Blade. They just want Wesley Snipes. It's just not hard. But apparently it's so fucking hard that now they took it off the slate. Who knows when we're going to get it, because it sure as hell isn't coming out by the end of next year. And you have more than a year to do it at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't just end up scrapping it completely. And it's dumb, and it's a sad disservice because they could have done something awesome, money in the bank, but because they have their heads up their asses, trying not to offend people and get the right mix, because if you have a character that's not white, so if you got a bunch of leads in these movies who are like white, straight, or male, you know, you have one that's not. So he's not. So because of that, it has to go through all these extra procedures to make sure that it's diverse enough. Fuck that. It's not necessary. Wesley Snipes, Blade movie with somebody who can write. Ryan Reynolds. Get Ryan Reynolds in there. Ryan Reynolds is trying to get Wesley Snipes back in his Blade. Get Ryan Reynolds in there. Get Wesley Snipes in there. Make us a damn good Blade movie and we'll call it a day. It's not that hard. Stop making it hard. Anyway, please like and subscribe and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.